Stuff like that.
Indonesia has a lot of like rainforests, to be fair, but it's like you enter with wanting peace, you leave with like DBD. DBD. What is DBD? Meningitis? Not meningitis, actually. Meringue? It's like a sickness that starts with an M. When a mosquito bite you and then you have chicken pox and die. Oh, dengue! Why the fuck did I think it starts with an M? Dengue fever. Yeah, here in Indo, right, chat? If you want to go to the forests and stuff and you decide to... It's not malaria. I think it's dengue fever. My bad, I mixed them up. As you can tell, I'm a doctor. But yeah, here in Indo, if you want to have a nice, relaxing time and you decide to bite the bullet and not wear mosquito repellent and go to a forest, you will enter wanting peace and you will leave the forest with like dengue fever. I ain't even gonna lie, like that's not even a diss to like my country, okay? You know what happened, chat? I think I remembered this so vividly. One time I was sitting on my fucking house porch, okay? And this is when I was a kid. My house porch, chat. It's not even a forest. It's in front of my fucking house. I was sitting there just eating some snacks, and then the next day I have a high fever. And guess what? I have dengue. Like, how the fuck did I get dengue? See, Southeast Asia moment. You want to hear the most Southeast Asian moment for me, though? I had chickenpox twice in my life. Twice. All right, you want to know what happened? I'll TLDR, right? I had chickenpox when I was a wee old baby or something, or a child. And then I got chickenpox again when I was in like high school or some shit. But I was pretty old. And one day... Oh my god, you want to know something horrible? I woke up and I was about to shower. And I remember like having this random itch on my back. And my dumb ass thought like, holy shit. If, like, I looked at the mirror and I didn't have a big mirror. I don't know if I can find a picture of like what a mirror in Indo commonly looks like.
I'm actually
the best way I can explain it is I have like a small mirror that is like, there's a nail on the wall and there's a small mirror that's just like dangling there. So it's not like a full body. You can kind of just see a face if you're standing a bit further. Something like that. So I took the mirror and I was like looking at my back and there's like dots like everywhere. And it was so itchy. And there's like dots. So then I kept looking and the dots were all the way until like the back of my neck. And my dumbass, the first thing I was worried about was like, what if I go out of the toilet? Right? Because I can't just cover this up. I can't just cover my body like this. Because if I cover myself up with a towel and I have like red marks all over like my shoulders and my neck, my parents are gonna see this shit. What if my mom sees it and be like, oh my god, is that a hickey? And then I'm gonna get kicked out of the house. So my dumbass was more worried about how my parents are gonna approach it. But then I ended up, it became so unbearable. I had a fever, it was itchy, it was unbearable. So I told my parents, I was like, listen, man, something's not right. Like, look at my back.
Nice.
And then TLDR, I had chickenpox.
SA Soldier donated $5
My face turned purple. My face turned purple. Yeah, because my face had like chickenpox everywhere, right? So it's like red markings on my face. But then once the chickenpox like dried out, you know, it turns into a bruise, I guess. I'm not sure because my skin would go from red dots to just red, and then it turns to blue, and then it turns to purple, and then it slowly disappears. So for a while, I had a purple face. Wait, this wasn't even in high school. This was like later in life, actually. I was like a full-blown adult at this point. But I remember something. There was a picture of me that was taken of me being in a hospital bed with my face being fucking purple. And I remember my roomie saw it and she was like, oh my god, you're Thanos. So ever since then, I will probably dread the idea of chickenpox again. I had dengue one time and then I was like trying to get out of the hospital because I didn't want to be there. So I had dengue, I got into the hospital and then I checked myself out after like 3 days or 4 days because I already felt better and I wanted to like not spend money on hospital bills. I checked out the very next day. I got typhoid. No joke. It's like dengue got better instantly. Typhoid. I don't know what the fuck I even do. I barely touch grass. The most grass thing I do is open a window. And like, out of my pure luck, right? One mosquito decides to enter my fucking window and destroy my fucking week. How?